I'm Chandler, and this is the gold medal parkour run-through of the Master Brewer's Bees, located right here on the map. This is it. This is the big one, consisting of 3 separate runs. We're going to get started with part number 1. This run has a few pretty close calls, so get ready for some edge-of-your-seat excitement. We're going to start off running up this ramp and make our way to the first point just by climbing over these objects. Not really a way to get straight there, so I have to cut across the roof here, but luckily there's this lamp to jump on. I'm going to slide under this vent and do a long jump off of this vent to keep up my momentum. Grabbing the first point pretty quickly with a wall run and then a second wall run. Jumping up and grabbing that first point. Sometimes we call wall jumps wall runs here because I forget what words are. You noticed how I rolled down and landed on that lamppost, kind of a hard jump to make, but I landed it perfectly, and here I meant to grab this lamppost and missed it. Kind of embarrassing, but I have to keep going because so far I've done really well. We're going to run up this wall here and grab the second point. The next point is kind of far away and there's nothing really to launch off of, so we just have to run for a little bit. And here I barely make it onto the roof of this shed and climb up this wall. Doing a long jump to almost make it across, and I missed it. Fortunately, there's this zip line, which makes it look like I planned this, because I planned that. I meant to use that zip line, so that was perfect. Running through this little base here to grab point number 3. I did a long jump and kind of cut in the middle of the air. That makes sense. Perfect physics. And then a long jump off of this log. I probably should have slid under that vent to get some sliding momentum, but it's fine. We're going to grab this rope and on our swing back, jump across onto this rooftop. Looking for this long jump to get us directly onto this point. Beautiful. Meant to do a high jump off this vent and kind of got stuck. But by this point, I'm making so much good time, I can't stop. Obviously, there's some room for perfection, but we're going to make our goal anyway because gold is the name of the game. Did a long jump off of that little piece thingy on the roof. Time to slide and get some momentum. And then auto swing across these antennae right here. Looking to long jump off of this last little concrete thing. And here's the final point. Just jump down and land on this mattress for 229.32 gold medal. On to challenge number 2. This one has a lot of satisfying transitions between points. I'm really looking forward to it. The beginning is a little bit slow. It's just running. We're going to run across here between these roofs. And the first point is pretty close after we sprint off of this ramp and jump to it. I meant to turn left there, but that's okay. We don't lose much time with this long jump to get across this gap and then hopping up this ledge. And now we're going to long jump off of this log, which I missed in a previous video, but now I get redemption. And it brings us straight to these bars where we can auto swing. The next couple bits are going to be pretty smooth if I say so myself. Sliding under here and doing a long jump brings us just across the gap to the next point. Just keeping momentum up, regular jumping here, but using a long jump on this thing to get up on top of this rooftop, and some more auto swinging on the bars. I missed 2 long jumps here. We'll try to do that log. And I think this little thing is not high enough, but fortunately I'm so good with all of my momentum that I just made the jump across the gap. Now still relying on normal sprinting speed, grabbing this point, and almost didn't make this jump. But fortunately speed really is everything in a parkour run. The last point was easy at a 1 minute 20 second .54 gold medal. This, of course, brings us to the third and final part of the Master Brewer's Bees Challenge. Let's get this gold. As you noticed, I actually had not achieved gold before this recording, so this will be the official gold run, starting with a long jump to get across this roof gap, Not really anywhere to jump on here, so we have to go around to the next point, swinging on these bars, and we have more bars to auto swing for us, keeping up that momentum, looking for something to jump off constantly to be able to launch myself forward and get momentum, and this vent could have been it, but I didn't quite make it. Still grabbing that first point in under 30 seconds and doing a long jump to get across to this rooftop on the right side. It's looking like a long jump and into a slide move that also failed. Making a lot of mistakes, but grabbing this familiar rope from the last point and doing a much better swing to catch up on time. Long jump off of this concrete, but hard turning right makes us just grab this ledge. And fortunately, we have a zip line here. Always love doing a zip line. Feels good, looks cool, and we're able to grab the rooftop at the very end of it. Here we go, point number 3. I had to do a quick maneuver there, shift to the right, because I need to get into this tower area, assessing the situation as I was going. Remember, this was my first gold. Pretty much broke my legs on the barbed wire fence there, but I heal up pretty fast. We run it off and keep moving. Frankly, this is just shameful. I'm making so many mistakes, trying to run up this wall and failing. But the fact is that I make so much good time when I do well that I can afford to make these mistakes. I still earn that gold medal. It just goes to show that when you fall down, you have to get back up, because when you're up, you can get a lot of momentum. And that's what I've learned in my years of doing parkour training. Really, it's kind of like a metaphor for greater things in life. Long jumping off of that stump onto that wall really was useless, actually, now that I think about it, but this long jump is perfect, made across the gap to the next roof, using this jump pad up to the next point and grabbing that gold medal. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Never done anything easier in my whole life. And I'm going to close out this series with a little bit of bow and arrow action. Thanks for watching. This parkour series has been fantastic to work on. It's been a joy interacting with all of my fans. But make sure to subscribe, and I'll never post any more parkour content. Thanks.